Well, it's actually muggy out there for about the first time so far in the last 2 or 3 weeks. We've got some thunderstorms firing up, nothing severe, but some brief heavy rain, lots of lightning and some strong gusty winds. I'll track the showers and storms. Coming up, it is 4 o'clock. The news starts now.
WAFF 48, your first alert station. You're watching WAFF 48 News Now.
Today marks the 5th anniversary of the April 27th tornadoes. It was the largest outbreak in our state's history. At least 62 tornadoes ripped across Alabama, killing nearly 250 people. The storm also damaged and destroyed homes, schools, churches, and businesses. It took years for people to recover, and in some cases, people are still on the road to recovery. One area hit hard was near the Madison County and Limestone County line. My co-anchor, WFF 48 News anchor Elizabeth Gentle, joins us now live with a look back. Elizabeth?
Hey Kim, let me give you an idea of where we are. We're on Chipmunk Way, Wells Road right here to my left. That is where the tornado barreled down 5 years ago. Today you can still see signs of where that storm came through. This empty lot, all that's left right here is a concrete slab. But what we really want to focus in on and show you in this dead end area here of Chipmunk Way, if you look back this direction, this is a tree line that was once full of trees. The neighbors here could not see over that tree line. Behind it is now the prison, and now obviously scarred view here for the people that live here. But we want to take you back 5 years. We want to show you what this area looked like when the tornado came through. This is what Madison and Limestone County looked like 5 years ago today when tornadoes touched down, destroying everything in its path. Homes were destroyed, power knocked out, damage everywhere you turn. Chipmunk Way especially devastated. Shannon Sampson was killed in last year's tornado. Wells Road won't ever be the same again. Houses built on this road, named for generations of the Wells family, was destroyed in the storms. 5 years later, some have built back, others have not. And again, it has taken a while for this area to get back on its feet. A lot of people built back, some did not, as you can see from the empty lots here. And there are a lot of memories for a lot of people, and a lot of people still anxious this time every year that we celebrate that we go through this anniversary period of the storms that came through Madison and Limestone County. Kim, I'll have much more on that tornado outbreak that happened here, including we were out in the storm that day. I'll give you a little reaction, a little look inside what we saw that day 5 years ago.
All right, thank you, Elizabeth. We'll talk to you a little bit later in the program. Well, today a proclamation was read in Marshall County for 5 people who died in the 2011 tornadoes. Mayor Bob Jocelyn read the proclamation designating today as a day of remembrance in honor of the Hallmark family. Philip, Ann, Shane, Jennifer, and Jayden all lost their lives near the site where the EF4 tornado came through that area 5 years ago. Mayor Jocelyn remembered what a tragedy it was, but also how that community came together.
It was neighbor helping neighbor, no matter whether they knew them or not, or whether they ever met them in their lifetime. But they pitched together that day, and they made things happen that was just outstanding.
People are encouraged to stop by the Memorial Garden there on Ruth Road to remember the victims. Governor Bentley visited one of the hardest hit areas in North Alabama this morning, Hackleburg. He looked at the progress the city has made 5 years later and highlighted the state's response. 18 people were killed and dozens others were injured when the tornado hit Hackleburg. More than 100 buildings were also destroyed, including the town's biggest employer, Wrangler. 5 years later, the town has a new school, city hall, and police station, and Wrangler is back up and running. Bentley says he's proud of the efforts state agencies made to help communities recover.
I just want to thank the people of this city because they epitomize to me a heart. And it's the heart of Alabamians. It's the heart of the people of this state because we lost a lot of lives.
Following the April 27th tornadoes, the governor established the Governor's Emergency Relief Fund to help with unmet recovery needs. He also created the Alabama Disaster Recovery and Resiliency Task Force. Well, tonight we will share recovery stories from all across North Alabama and show what's changed to keep you safe since those deadly storms. Join us tonight for special coverage on air and online beginning at 9 p.m.
Well, thunderstorms have been developing over the last couple of hours, moving in from Mississippi. Nothing severe, but at times They're pretty intense with a lot of lightning, small hail a possibility. We're talking pea size, and some wind gusts up to around 45 miles an hour. A lot of this is moving almost due north, but there is some new development possible farther to the east as we go through time. Let's expand the view here, and we'll put a storm track on this as well. Notice how we got one area that's kind of clustered here over the western part of Middle Tennessee and extreme northwest Alabama with some locally heavier rain here moving through Town Creek in the last few hours, in the last few minutes. In fact, this is moving up towards Rogersville and eventually Anderson. Looking at that potential in Rogersville around 4:12, so about 7 minutes from now with locally heavy rain. But you will notice there is a distinct split between the showers and storms over extreme northwest Alabama and the other storms here south of Tuscaloosa. So it's possible some of us may not see any rain this evening. Here's your forecast for the drive home. We're going to go with a 4 on the impact. Chance of thunderstorms keeping it at 40% through 6 o'clock.
Storms caused damage in parts of North Texas after an apparent tornado hit. These pictures are from the town of Howe, which is north of Dallas. As many as 3 tornadoes touched down last night, damaging homes and uprooting trees and power poles. 4 people were reportedly injured when vehicles they were in were caught up in that tornado. A high school, along with several homes, were badly damaged with high winds. Officials say 1 person was killed in Texas after a tree fell on her home. That same storm system also ripped apart parts of Oklahoma. This video is from Oklahoma City, where powerful winds tore the roofs off buildings and down trees and power lines. Fortunately, there were no reports of any injuries. There's a widespread damage in the northeast in the city of Kearney. A first alert update on an officer-involved shooting in Coleman. The suspect remains in Huntsville Hospital and his prognosis is good. The shooting happened last night on Austin Avenue. Police say they stopped Billy Joe Martin to question him about a high-speed chase and crash that happened the night before. Investigators say he refused to go with them and pulled out a gun. Officers asked him several times, they say, to put the gun down, but he did not comply, so an officer shot him. The Alabama Attorney General's office honored Cedar Hill Elementary with the Safe School Initiative Award of Excellence today. School officials demonstrated the safe defense system designed to slow intruders until students can be moved to safety. The Limestone County school system is the first in Alabama to use it. Each classroom has a secured box. When a teacher opens it, an alarm is set off and a message is sent to local and state law enforcement agencies. Inside the box are non-lethal weapons like mace and first aid items.
We feel very protective. It's a very quick response, and we are absolutely comfortable with it in our classrooms, and it's probably the most fantastic thing that we've received in quite a while.
Cedar Hill is one of 10 Safe School Award winners statewide. Oak Park Middle School in Decatur also won the award. Former House Speaker Dennis Hassard will spend some time behind bars. We'll have more on his sentencing hearing coming up. And Alabama lawmakers are working to find a way to put more money in the Medicaid system. We'll tell you their plan next. And of course, we'll check back in with Brad for an update on our forecast. Stay with us.